One bullish news after the next. BlackRock, Citadel, Deutsche Bank and Nasdaq have all started to enter the crypto space in the last week. They bullet out participants so they can scoop up cheap coins. The trajectory for crypto has never been more clear. We will speak in this video how high we can go. Will we see a cool down to again enter in this market, to have the possibility? This and more in this video. But hit the like button if you appreciate. Let's go jump right now in the charts, and everything worked out. Our perfect MACD, our green dot perfectly worked out, which you see here. Our bullish divergence, which we had here, perfectly worked out. And also the market cipher B here, this green line crossed the red line, also everything worked out. And we saw this massive pump. We broke all the resistance line. We broke the weekly, daily, monthly, and also the most important, the extreme volume line at 28,200. So it's very clear where we are heading. We can turn the lines white right now, and it's very clear. The only question is, will we see cool down? Will we see further run to 30k? This is what I tell you in a second to you, bratans, but the price tag is very clear. It's around between 34 and 36k. Why? We have here a CME gap which is still open. Yes, we have also a CME gap down below, so which potentially can get closed in the next weeks, right? Because we can see a run easily to 35, 36k, and then a breakdown again back to 28k. However, our price target is right now this CME gap at between 34 and 35k. Why only the price target 35, 36k? Not only because of the CME gap, but as I tell you, since month already, we have here a massive, this red resistance line, which is since 2020 here, support and resistance. So this is the big resistance line, 36, 35k. I don't expect that the relief rally will go above 35, 36k. It also perfectly fits in here with this pattern of this rising channel, which is a bullish pattern. And the technical price tag we saw here, perfect bounce. Also, man, fuck, this mighty A is really one of the best. I have to tell myself this. The price target is here also 35, 36k. This is our big resistance line of the top of the channel. And if we are watching this falling wedge, which I was the first which showed you here, we've been in this falling wedge. We broke out right now. I told you, as soon as we're breaking out, we can long. So if you took here the long position, you are over 7% in profit, 10x average, even 70% profit. The technical price target is here around 31k. It's always the top of the wedge, so I would take profits before 31k at around maybe 30,600, or if you want to be sure, at 29,700 or something like that. But technically speaking, we should see Bitcoin arriving around 30,700. But will it be straight to the upside or not? This is what we have to see, bratans, because what is very important is the total crypto market cap. Total crypto market cap, we have to break here this massive resistance line. We broke it down. It was the support line. We broke it down. Right now we have to break again above. This is the last big stone which is in front of us. We have to break this total crypto market cap in order to see also altcoins running to the upside and Bitcoin further running to the upside. What is very important to know, bratans, we broke above our extreme volume line, and we see right now Bitcoin is here clearly Bitcoin is here clearly overbought on the RSI. We see it as soon as we are heading here to the 70 points, we are heavily overbought, and we are getting into, so this bearish divergence which we had before is getting invalid, I told you, but right now we are heading into we are getting overbought, right? So be careful. What we could see right now, if you took the long, as I told you here, with 7% profits, take some profits, because we could see right now easily Bitcoin to retest this extreme volume line at 28,100, or even to our monthly support line 27,500. So these two lines, have this in mind. This is where we could see a cool down right now, which would be very healthy, 28,150 or 27,400, in order to see Bitcoin to spiking further up to 31k, the first big price tag, and then 35, 36k, right? So very clear, you understood. The price tag is 35, 36k, but we can go as low as 27,500 to cool down. Which speaks for cool down also is the S&P 500, which is heavily overbought. You see crazy overbought, and we have a very huge bearish divergence here, which would be very healthy if the S&P S&P 500 is cooling down, so it speaks for cool down. And also the DXY has still here this massive bullish divergence, which is bearish for Bitcoin, because in case this bullish divergence for the dollar work out and we see the dollar is getting stronger, we will see Bitcoin dumping and cooling down, which again would be very healthy. If we are cooling down here to the level of 27,500, it would be totally okay, it would be total normal. We see here on the daily the market is green, and we bought not all of this, but the most of these coins, DYDX, decentralized ordi, we bought AGIX, we bought one of the leading AI projects, FED with 14%. We all bought these coins, bratans. Here we have it. I mean, you can watch yourself. For example, FTM, we bought FTM. We made over 21.8% on Engine. Engine is one of one project in the GameFi space, 30.5% profits. DYDX, we made over 16% profits. So congratulations, bratans. And it was so obvious. We bought. I told you, I bought then when everyone screamed, we will see Bitcoin falling down. It will go to the shit, or Bitcoin is pumping. Man, live right now in this video while I'm recording. Shit, look at this. You see, we're getting the signals, 29,400, and we bought when everyone said we are going to the toilet. But it was not the case, because after the news, after the weekend, after we saw here this massive drop here, it was very clear we have to buy. After we retest the monthly support line at 100 EMA, I bought, and I wrote you this. And after I bought, not only I bought, but so did BlackRock, Citadel, Deutsche Bank. They all bought also. They wanted to buy cheap back. And right now, let us go quickly through some news, because Powell, the Fed chairman, Jerome Powell, expects more Fed rate hikes ahead as inflation fight has a long way to go. This news just came in, but even though they say they are expecting more rate hikes, we see Bitcoin still further pumping because of the news of BlackRock, Citadel, Deutsche Bank, and so on and so on. However, it's very clear in 35 days we will have another Fed meeting, and the probability that they will increase the interest rates by 0.25% or 0.50% is at right now the probability at 80%. Only 20% probability is right now that they will not increase their rates, but it doesn't matter, because it's already, in my opinion, priced in the market, and we still see here pumps, so it really doesn't matter. If they will not increase, it will even more be bullish. Another big news, UK inflation exceeds expectation in May, putting pressure on the government and Bank of England. You see the inflation in England rose by 8.7%. The expectation was 8.4, but they rose even by 8.7%. So UK is going down the toilet, and this is exactly what America want. They want that the people go out of stocks and going into the safe haven of bonds, of American bonds, and the gilts are going to shit. The gilts are the UK bonds. So what is in the US treasuries, US bonds, this is in the UK gilts. They are rising, they're going to shit. The Bank of England has the probability is very high that they have to buy back them again. We've seen this several months ago, and then we'll see the inflation will go even higher in England, and Europe is going down to shit. This is what America wants, so that they buying back the bonds. If they're buying US bonds, they're lending money to the US government, and the US government need money right now because they increased the debt ceiling. This is exactly what they want. This is exactly what Jerome Powell said 2011 in an interview before he was Fed chairman. Jerome Powell, if you didn't understand what I'm speaking about, watch the previous videos where I explained to you exactly what are US treasuries, UK gilts. So let us quickly watch. Funding rates for Bitcoin are starting to get a little high from late longers. Currently is above 0.01%, which typically front runs a pause in the relief rally. You see here the open interest still bullish, funding rate getting neutral, but long-short ratio is bullish still. I would say it's getting right now bearish a little bit. As I told you, I mean, we are perfectly always to the point, bratans, but I want to see the funding rates really turning negative. Right now they're getting positive. You see it here by 0.097. This is what is this now? This is what I don't want to see. So this speaks again for a cool down to a level of 27,500. However, Ethereum's funding rate is decreasing on the daily time frame. So Ethereum is turning very bullish, which speaks right now for that it's turning bullish, that we will have altcoin season coming. Because if Bitcoin, usually what happens, if Bitcoin as soon as Bitcoin cooling down to the level here of 28,100 or 27,400, we will see altcoins starting to run. This is usually what happened, and Ethereum is still an altcoin, so we are expecting that Ethereum could start a run to the upside. It was Bitcoin's rally to 28K caused the largest short squeeze this month. If you watch the channel, you didn't get into the short squeeze, but there's the price surge liquidated some 36.6 million of short position in the past 24 hours. To you, it didn't happen because you watched the channel. It was clear. The MACD, Cypher, the bullish divergence all showed us that we see a bullish momentum. Bitcoin is becoming illiquid at 147K a month and signal of steady accumulation. You have to understand this for a second, so stay here with me. I explain you exactly what this is. Bitcoin is flowing into wallets controlled by illiquid entities or network participants with little to no spending history, which means technically speaking, they never had bought Bitcoin before, but they're buying at the fastest rate in 6 months, indicating bias for accumulation for long-term investors. So basically, easy speaking, it means there more and more people who are not into Bitcoin buying right now Bitcoin, and we have a record of over, where it was, one second, over 347,000 Bitcoin. It's equal to 3.9 billion. It rose to 3.9 billion on Monday, most since December 19. So you see it here, the green field here, it roses like crazy on Monday. And it indicates that more and more people who are potentially not into Bitcoin buying right now, and it's obviously it's not people who are not into Bitcoin, it's more institutions like Deutsche Bank, like BlackRock, and so on and so on. They bought then when you sold, and if you sold, you're stupid, bratan, because I told you not to sell, bratans. I still in my Aave long position right now because I'm expecting Aave to pump at least 100%. If you also want to long or short Bitcoin, you can get on Bybit a $1,000 free long or short position. Just click the link if you want. If not, you don't have to do it. Just stay where you stay. Bratans, thank you everyone for watching. I kiss you and I see you later.